Gentlemen, something very concerning went down last night here in Pattaya. The Thai police have arrested and charged an Australian man for allegedly hosting boozy sex cruises in Pattaya. I'll read you the article from news.com.au. Thai police charge Australian man for allegedly hosting boozy sex cruises in Pattaya. An undercover operation allegedly found an Australian man advertised drunken sex parties where anything goes. An Australian man has been busted for allegedly hosting wild sex orgy parties with sex workers on boat cruises in Thailand. Stephen Allan Carpenter, 49, allegedly boasted to customers that drunk 19-year-olds would take 6 blokes at once on board the booze-fueled luxury private charter boats in Pattaya. Explicit pictures of the X-rated adult parties show naked women surrounding middle-aged men and others performing lesbian sex shows with toys. Thai police alleged they caught Carpenter in an undercover sting after they heard about the orgies through the ads he posted online on Facebook and Craigslist. In the covert operation, police alleged they negotiated a trip with Carpenter when he told them anything goes, and bragged that the stunning girls, plucked from local clubs and go-go bars, were really dirty after being filled up with grog. Police will allege on December 6 last year that Carpenter posted an advertisement on his Facebook account promoting his business, Thai Tours, where he described his service, arranging a chartered boat trip with sex workers on board. Another advert on Craigslist for a wild boat orgy allegedly showed 6 naked Thai women surrounding a Western man. Police alleged they contacted Carpenter earlier this month and he replied with explicit pictures and videos from on-board earlier private parties. They were allegedly sent pictures of different women who took part in the orgies. Police alleged Carpenter told those customers paid 55,000 baht, $2,277, to charter the high-class cruiser yacht for a 6-hour party filled with at least 8 girls, food and drink. Customers would then allegedly pay the girls extra for their sexual services, but police said Carpenter said the sex workers were desperate for customers because it was low season in the tourist industry. Police alleged Carpenter agreed to a price and asked the undercover operative to pay half as a deposit. They then used the transaction record as evidence to get an arrest warrant from a Pattaya court. Thai police officer Jula Yafat I can't pronounce his name, sorry, who was leading the investigation, said Carpenter was charged with mutual consent to satisfy the lust of others, engaging women in obscene acts with men or women, and taking away people to commit acts of prostitution, even if the person was consenting. The suspect escaped after the arrest warrant, but was tracked down to Muak Lek, Saraburi, he said. The accused advertised his events on Facebook and other websites. In messages to undercover police, the suspect agreed details of the parties and sent his bank details for the transfer of money. On arrival in Pattaya for further questioning, Carpenter faced additional charges of violating the law regulating types of work foreigners are permitted to do in Thailand and overstaying his visa. He is also accused of violating the Computer Crime Act by posting nude images online. Very, very interesting, gentlemen. A particular interest is what my fellow Australian was charged with. Number 1, mutual consent to satisfy the lust of others. Number 2, engaging women in obscene acts with men or women. 3, taking away people to commit acts of prostitution. 4, violating the law regulating the type of work foreigners are permitted to do in Thailand. 5. Overstaying his visa. And 6. Violating Computer Crime Act by posting nude images online. Let's just break this down, shall we? Any foreigner running a bar here in Pattaya is essentially guilty of charges 1 and 2, the mutual consent to satisfy the lust of others and engaging women in obscene acts with men or women. So those 2 charges are of particular concern to me if I was ever to start or run or own a bar here in Pattaya. Charges 3, 4 and 5 are of lesser concern to me as I would not be engaging in such activities. Charge 6 is somewhat concerning given the nature of the film work I would like to do on location here in Pattaya in the future. Whilst I wouldn't be posting any nude images of the ladyboys online or marketing them in a sexual manner or doing any kind of pornography, I worry that the themes of my on-location film work, the storylines about the lives and the interests of the ladyboys, might very well get me in trouble. Overall, in my time here in Pattaya on this trip, I've taken particular note from my ladyboy friends, one of whom told me over dinner in a pub in Soi 6 a few nights ago, "Don't start a bar here. Look at all the workers. We have no customers. It's really hard at the moment. Start and do something else." Of course, she's right. My big worry, though, is if I did come here and if I did do video production, well-produced storylines of the ladyboys who work in the naughty nightlife, I would probably get into trouble with the law. I would then get the ladyboys and the bar owners in trouble as well, and this is something I definitely don't want to be responsible for. The last thing I want to do is to destroy the lives of the people that I care about. In light of what went down last night, I think my on-location ladyboy video production idea over here in Pattaya is dead. The risks are simply too high, gentlemen. There would be no financial rewards either for such a large amount of risk and work. It's unfortunate, but I just can't see a way to proceed. Maybe David Bonney has the right idea in his ladyboy interviews. They work well and provide a great insight into the personhood and the personality of the ladyboys whilst being away from the bar environment. Anyway, I thought that I would bring this to your attention. Appreciate any feedback or any ideas that you may have about it. All the best, gentlemen. I'm the Pretender.